Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo. We are back. Day six of being recovered, just tracking the first week, being back to 100% and seeing how I feel. Um, Overall, doing good. Played some lacrosse, really more so wall ball yesterday, and then did a weightlifting session yesterday as well. Planning to take it a little bit easier today, but otherwise, before we get into the rest of the video, do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, do all that good stuff, and it just helps me interact with you guys, understand what I'm doing right, what I can do better, what you guys are interested in. Feel free to let me know, all of that. And with that being said, I really would just want to get into how I feel, how yesterday's workout was, and where we go from there. Um, so regarding yesterday, it wound up being a absolute downpour outside, so we had to call it for going outside and taking shots outside because I was planning on doing a shooting workout. Um, but there was thunder and lightning. It was like monsooning outside, so I wasn't gonna just do it just to get struck by lightning or get everything that I own absolutely soaked and not be able to use for a couple of days. So I stayed inside, went in the basement, did some wall ball for probably about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Then afterwards, hung out a little bit downstairs, and then lifted weights for an hour. Did back and biceps, you know, pretty fundamental stuff, basic movements, nothing too complex. Didn't go extremely heavy because I don't want to put too much pressure. I will say though, that I do feel a little tinge every once in a while, depending on how I move. But I think it's my neck muscle from shooting. That's as it attaches to the base here. It's a little sore because that's one of the areas that they drilled through, as well as it has connective tissue in that area. So, I think that could be probably what it is. Overall, though, energy levels feel fine. Slept great last night because I was knocked out like that, and I will say that um, I've noticed because I do have a Fitbit tracking, like my heart rate, as well as some other stuff, that my heart rate is going up a lot easier than usual. So obviously the cardio isn't there. However, it feels like it feels about the same as before I got surgery. So that's the confusing part, is understanding the cardio aspect of it while still feeling good about, physically feeling good cardio wise. I haven't really tested myself beside, running around, shooting around, and then some, you know, uh like weightlifting downstairs, but that's weightlifting's not really cardio. It's uh more so just a muscle exercise. You're not really working the lungs too much. um so I really got to see how strong the lungs are, and work on that. So I'm probably gonna have to go back to jump roping soon. I always used to do that for a little bit just to build my cardio up. It's really really fast, but you can get a lot done in a very small amount of time. So, highly recommend jump rope if you're a athlete of any kind, especially in tight spaces, in close spaces, something where you have to, um, you know, fake your defender out with physical movements. So a lot of like um, lateral in and out movements, things like that. Great for just really fast twitch muscle reactions and getting yourself out of that trouble that you could potentially be in from, you know, say you're playing box lacrosse and you get closed in to you're about to get closed into a corner, just making that right step left or right, you know, and to fake your you know oncoming personnel from basically making the hit, stopping you from making the play, as well as like basketball. Foot movement is huge. It's another one that fast feet are great. Same thing with combat sports. Uh, you'll see that alt. Basically, every single fighter does some sort of jump rope, and that's because they're always bouncing on their feet. They're never flat footed, and so I kind of have over the years, as I've been in college, progressed into continuing to being moving and moving and moving, even if it's just a little bit. So I'm never really like just sitting there, stick at my hip, and just standing there, waiting. I'm kind of always just doing a little bounce or something, or in and out, just to keep my defenders guessing. Because if I, do a little scissor cut, I go in, out. My defender bites, then I pop out. He slips in a little bit, open, boom, shot. Right? Basic stuff. Just it helps you with that first step of explosiveness, just to turn over, that speed a little bit faster, be a better athlete, as well as just overall just a effective teammate. Whether if you play defense, it's going to be great for your footwork. If you play offense, it's going to be great for your footwork. If you are a goalie, it's going to be great for your footwork. Um, face off, great for your footwork. It's all of them require very, very fast, reaction times. Like I said, I think it's the same thing for fighting, whether it's Brazilian Jiu Jitsu or boxing, um, as well as basketball, whether you're a guard or like a shooting guard or a power forward is going to be super helpful. um so like I said, guys, just continuing to get better every single day, um feeling good, fighting a good fight, so like I said, no matter who you are, you can always do something great. There are plenty of people that have overcome giant obstacles to do something great, and you could be one of those people too. Um, as well as keep fighting the good fight. I'm out here fighting the good fight. Don't quit. Keep going. You got this. I will see you all very soon.